Hello, everybody. Once again, it's Lawrence Little, better known as the Wet Shaving Barber, back with another video in the video series, Shaving the Way Your Father Should Have Taught You. Now, today's episode, we're going to take a look at a shaving soap that could be a hidden gem. It also could be considered one of the best shaving soaps for beginners. But we first have to do our lather test to find out. Today's episode is going to feature the Bay Rum formula by the wonderful team over at GoatieGirls out of Arkansas. Jessica, thanks for sending it over to my attention. Now, it's a hard puck that, as you can see, I melted down into this container, and I've already put some water in here to bloom it to get it ready for the lather. Now, as far as the ingredients is concerned, as I said, it's a goat-based soap, goat milk-based soap. So, it's going to have a different feel than tallow. It's going to have a different feel than vegan or other types of formulas as well. But I think you might be pleasantly surprised. Now, as far as it says that this cold processed soap is made of goat milk, palm oil, olive oil, coconut oil, sodium hydroxide, castor oil, sodium lactate, bentonite clay, and also some fragrance oil and essential oils. Now, the bentonite clay in the formula actually helps bring the impurities to the top of the skin, and it gives the razor a smooth gliding surface every single time. This soap is formulated in the right way to deliver a good shave, a BBS, that is a baby bottom smooth shave. But again, how does it lather? Let's take a look and let's see. Now, everybody lives in different areas here. I'm going to go ahead and start lathering this. Let me point this down so you can see. Everybody lives in different parts of the country, and so your water is going to be different. Some may have hard water, some may have different things added to their water, which could affect the way that the shaving soap lathers. So you got to keep that in mind when you are using a shaving soap and trying to lather it up and so forth. Now, a couple of things you want to check with the soap while I'm trying to load this here is you want to see, is the soap thirsty? Or does it need just a little water needed? How does it perform across all types of waters? Those are the things that you want to see and you want to check out when you get a shaving soap, which is why I often say get a shaving soap sample, try that out, and then see how it performs for you. Now, in this particular case here, after I melted this down, even though it's a hard puck and I'm using the Green Ray synthetic brush by the good team over at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, it is loading very, very well. Very well. So, from a lather perspective, this thing, so far, is coming up roses. The Bay Rum scent profile is, I would say, it could be stronger. It's probably a 5, maybe a 6, as far as strength is concerned. Initially, when you smell the scent, before you begin to lather, it's stronger. Seems to dissipate a little as you lather, but it actually is holding up well. So even if I said it was a 5 or maybe a 6, and it could be a little stronger, it's whipping up really, really good. Now, here's some of the things that you also need to consider in whether this could be a good shaving soap for beginner. Well, you want to know what the cost is. Well, this particular 3.5 ounce puck is only $4. Maybe another, say, $4 for shipping. So you got an $8 soap. You got 3.5 ounces for $8. So we're looking at just about $2.30 an ounce. And if you want a good shaving soap for beginners that from a budgetary standpoint fits the criteria, you want to try to stay within a soap that's anywhere from $2 to $4 an ounce. And this soap definitely fits. So now, let's look again at the lather here. As you can see, you've got beautiful peaks. Beautiful peaks going on here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, I'm just loading this here. But again, let me use my shaving scuttle to show you what it would look like once we transfer it to the bowl. And I always recommend for beginners, use a shaving bowl. So now let's take a look and see. Oh yes, there it goes. There it is. For those who don't know what a shaving scuttle is, I'm going to do an episode on that just to show you exactly the benefits of using a shaving scuttle, especially if you want a warm shave. I'm going to show you how to properly use it as well with your favorite shaving soap and brush. And I'm telling you, especially those up in the northeast area where right now it's turning a little cold, you want a warm shave, a shaving scuttle is definitely the way to help make that happen. Well, let's see here. So, lather, again, look at those delicious peaks. Oh yeah. That is some kind of wonderful. Wet the surface area, let's see. Okay. All right. That's working. Yeah. And that green ray, which is a synthetic brush made by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, has the great ability, it's a synthetic brush, hybrid, but it has the ability to, as you can see here, to really hold lather well. And I'm telling you, look at that. Look at that. Yo, yes. Now, that is what I call a winner. But, let's take a look though. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Ooh, yes. Boy, you can see that bentonite clay, that slickness go to work. It really, really is something special. What, for $4? I'm telling you, I think we definitely found a hidden gem. Again, like I said, the scent profile is there, but it's not as strong as you may like. I would recommend them probably trying to bring it up to a 7 or 8. Even though you want to be careful of people's skin types, you don't want to make it too strong. But it seems to dissipate a little bit, but it does make for a comfortable aroma while you shave, and the slickness is there, folks. As you can see, the slickness is definitely there, and I'm loving it. It isn't as hard to lather as you might think. If you have a synthetic shaving brush, the way I would approach this is a little water in the brush at a time. Keep adding a little bit of drops of water to your brush. I do a 60 count on a hard puck soap, so that, and when I say a 60 count, when I'm loading here, I'll count to, again, 100 to get a good load on the brush directly from the puck. However, when I am loading it here, transferring it from the puck here, I'll go ahead and do a count to 60. But as you can see, I keep adding water. You see it, the lather start to dissipate a little bit. Add some water. It's thirsty. It's definitely a thirsty soap. So you're gonna have to keep adding water along the way, okay? Just drops at a time. Go ahead, you can keep adding. Look at that. See how it builds up? You do your true 60 count here. You get rid of all those bubbles, and you create for yourself a great lather. A very, very wonderful lather. As I said here, it is working out with load. If you need to count longer than 100 to load the brush properly, don't be afraid. Same thing when you're doing the lather in the bowl, but try not to do too much. Okay, and also try not to do too little because you don't want that soap to dry out. Don't be afraid to add water and then keep stirring it up. Now, what you want is you want a yogurt-like consistency. Again, a yogurt-like consistency, and you don't want to have a whole bunch of air bubbles in there. The brush that I use, again, that I recommend for beginners is the Green Ray by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. So that's what I use. So what's my recommendation on this? Well, Goatee Girls out in Arkansas, thumbs up on the lather review. It definitely is a pretty easy soap to lather, even with a synthetic brush. May take you a little time to get your technique right in doing this, but if you do it right, as I am saying, give you some of the hints here, it'll work out good for you. I also consider it a hidden gem. It's not one that you would normally hear about in the market. As a matter of fact, they have 2 formulas out there right now, and they're about to add a 3rd, and they're going to be expanding their line. But they're getting their formula right in the very beginning. It's good slickness. The scent profile is a little weak, and so again, if you're somewhat sensitive to your skin and so forth, this may be a good soap for you because it's not overpowering as far as its scent is concerned. It's pleasant even during the lathering, and it will be during the shave, but it is not overpowering. So to me, that's a good thing. And as far as everything else goes is concerned, I think it's a winner. So this is Lawrence Little, better known as the Wet Shaving Barber, saying, yes, we have found a good shaving soap that I would consider to be one of the best shaving soap for beginners and also a hidden gem. Thanks for tuning in to Shaving the Way Your Father Should Have Taught You. I'm signing out.